This Sarawak election is the most confusing Sarawak election. There are so many parties contesting in this election, and there are 349 candidates contesting for 82 DUN seats. You have DAP, Amanah, PKR, and GPS, and besides, you have PSB, PBK, and Aspirasi, and there are other independents. Many ask, who should I vote? After all, your vote will determine the next 5 years. First, let's talk about GPS. GPS has governed Sarawak for more than 58 years. They are the warlord in Sarawak, but nationally, they are the lapdog of UMNO. In the 58 years of Sarawak BN's rule, the Sarawak BN has sold off our oil and gas rights. They have reduced Sarawak's status as one of the 3 regions to one of the 13 states. When in 2018, the BN fell, Sarawak BN separated from BN and formed the GPS. However, when the Sheraton move came along, the GPS rejoined UMNO to form the federal government, and this time with PAS as their partner in crime. With such a track record, is it safe to vote for them and give them a blank check to rule Sarawak? Now we come to PSB. PSB was previously UPP. You may have forgotten it because UPP was a one-election party, and UPP was a breakaway from SUPP. In 2016, UPP contested as a direct candidate of Barisan Nasional and won 5 seats, although they claim that they are not part of Barisan Nasional, but in fact, they joined the Barisan Nasional cabinet. Their members hold positions in the local governments of Barisan Nasional Government. So basically, PSB and GPS are abang adik. As such, your vote for PSB could jolly well become a vote for GPS, a greater GPS, with PSB as part of it after the election. With that, do you want to vote PSB as the opposition? Next, let's talk about Padi Bumi Kenyalang and Aspirasi. These 2 parties, their battle cry in these elections is one word, Merdeka. Their slogans of independence and Merdeka may sound attractive, but they have no governing policy and framework to support their cry. At this moment, independence may not be beneficial to Sarawak because without good governance, independence may be a disaster. You look at Timor-Leste, it is a country who gained independence but without good governance. After independence, the elitists exploit all the natural resources, the gold mine, the oil, and the whole country is in a mess now. You look at Kosovo, the country went through 10 years of civil war before they gained independence, and 12 years after independence, until today, they are not recognized by China, Indonesia, India, Brazil as an independent country. Do you want to risk civil war and unrest by voting for this party? In this election, what Sarawak needs is not one who has betrayed Sarawak. It is also not one who will suddenly disappear after the elections, and definitely is not one that may bring civil war and unrest. What we want is to build a foundation for Sarawak's future, and that foundation must be good governance. In the past 43 years, DAP Sarawak has been fighting for good governance, transparency, anti-corruption in the state. We have stood by the people against the power that be. We have faced the whole might of the Barisan Nasional for the people's interest. In 2011, we have achieved a victory of 12 aduns being elected into Dewan Undangan Negeri Sarawak, and that laid the foundation for the early retirement of Taib Mahmud. And thereafter, he was succeeded by the late Adnan Satem, who has introduced more people-friendly and open policies. That is the benefit of a strong opposition. Without a strong opposition, Taib would not have retired so early, and we would not have the benefit of having the late Adnan Satem as our Chief Minister, though for a few years only. We Sarawakians have seen the effect of a strong opposition. Our land lease got to be renewed, our electricity tariff got to be lowered, our bridge toll got to be abolished, and the government will listen to your voices. So, the choice in this election must be DAP, a party who stood for good governance and stood by the people for all the past 43 years against the yoke of Barisan Nasional. Vote DAP, Sab Lama, pilihan tepat.